Hello my dear students, this is Nikhil from CareerMudhra, Bangalore. In this video, we are going to discuss about the round 1 cutoff of 2025, the round 3 cutoff of 2025, and we will be telling you the expected cutoff of round 4. So this video is going to be very important for all the students who are going to take part in the round 4 counseling of COMEDK. Okay, let's dive into the video now. So I'm just going to take up the top 5 colleges as an example. You can do it for the rest of the colleges. So let's talk about RV College of Engineering. For RV College of Engineering, in the first round for CSE, as we can see, 307 was the round 1 cutoff. Round 3 went as high as 542. And last year, we can see round 3, 434 was the cutoff. So at the very least in the round 4, we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 400. Now let's go on to the other branches, that is CSE with data science. In first round it was 467 and in the third round it was 649. At the very least we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 550. Now moving on to the next branches, which is CSE with AIML. In round 1 it was 480, in round 3 it was 713. This year we can expect in the fourth round for the cutoff to go as high as at least 730. Okay, now with CSC cybersecurity, round 1 it was 536, round 3 it was 774. This year at least we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 820. Now moving on to the next branch, which is electronics and communication, for which the round 1 cutoff was 762, the round 3 cutoff was 1077. This year at least we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 1600. Okay, now let's talk about electronics and telecommunication. The first round cutoff was 1063, the third round cutoff was 1343. This round, the fourth round, we can at least expect a cutoff to go as high as 3250. Now moving on to the EEE branch. In EEE, we can see as the round 1 cutoff was 1234 and in round 3 we can see the cutoff to go as high as 1866. This particular round we can at least expect the cutoff to go as high as 4500. Okay, now moving on to aerospace. Aerospace, in the first round the cutoff had gone as high as 2467. In third round we can expect the expected cutoff of third round was 3464. At least in the fourth round we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 5000. Okay. Now moving on to the next branch, which is mechanical. The first round it went as high as 4091. In the third round it was 5339. This round we can at least expect the cutoff to go as high as 10,000. So these are the safe cutoff is what I mean to say. Okay, chemical, in the first round it was 5309. In the third round it went as high as 11,506. At least in the fourth round it might go as high as 16,000. Okay, for biotechnology we can see the cutoff of first round being 8,269. Third round it was 14,685. This round we can at least expect the cutoff to go as high as 21,000. Now moving on to industrial engineering and management. So for that particular branch the first round cutoff was 8,627. The third round cutoff was 12,328 and this round we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 26,500 as minimum. And moving on to the last branch, which is civil. In civil the first round cutoff was 9,731. The third round cutoff was 17,969 and the fourth round cutoff can be anywhere in the range of 35,000. Okay, now moving on to the next college, which is MS Ramaiah Institute of Technology, also known as MSRIT. Okay, now for the first branch, which is computer science engineering, the round 1, as you can see, the cutoff is of 875. Round 3, the cutoff went as high as 1300. And round 4, what we can expect the cutoff to be is of 1400 to 1500, anywhere in that range. That would be the safe cutoff. Now moving on for CSE with AIML, in that the first round cutoff was of 1134, and in third round we can see the cutoff going as high as 1649. In the fourth round we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 2000. Okay, now moving on with computer science with cybersecurity, one of the most demanded branches. So in the first round it went as high as 1341. In the third round it went as high as 2071. This round we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 2950. Okay, in that range. And AIML, artificial intelligence and machine learning, the first round cutoff was 1481. The third round cutoff was 2402. At least in the fourth round we can expect the cutoff to be somewhere in the range of 3700. Now moving on to the next branch, which is AI and data science. In the first round the cutoff was 1535. In the third round this year the cutoff was of 2483. At least this year we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 3860, at least in this year. Now moving on with information science. Information science, the round 1 cutoff was of 1841. The round 2 cutoff was of 2311. The round 4 cutoff we can expect anywhere in the range of 3100. Moving on to the next branches. Apart from computer science, there is electronics and communication, in which we can see the round 1 cutoff going as high as 2302. The round 3 cutoff is as high as 3162, and the round 4 cutoff we can expect anywhere in the range of 5800. Moving on to electronics and telecommunication, where we can see the cutoff going in the first round as high as 3407. In the third round we can see the cutoff going as high as 4772. This round we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 9200. Moving on to the next branch, which is EEE. In the first round we can see the cutoff going as high as 4111. Second round the cutoff has gone as high as 5756. In the fourth round we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 9786. Moving on to the next branch, which is electronics and instrumentation. In the first round we can see the cutoff going as high as 4402. In round 3 it was 6106. This year we can expect the round 4 cutoff to go as high as 11,400. Moving on to the next branch, which is aerospace engineering. In aerospace engineering, the first round cutoff was of 5,552. The next round cutoff, which was the third round, we can see the cutoff going as high as 9,212. This year we can expect the aerospace engineering cutoff to go as high as 15,000, unlike the last year which was 18,000. Moving on to the next branch, which is mechanical engineering. In mechanical engineering we can see the cutoff of first round going as high as 7,930. In the second round we can see the cutoff going as high as 12,622. At least this year we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 28,000. Now moving on to the next branch, which is industrial engineering and management, in which the first round cutoff was 15,512. The third round cutoff was 27,429, which is literally a 50% jump. And this year we can at least expect the cutoff to go as high as 30 to 32,000. Okay, now moving to the chemical. In chemical, the first round cutoff was 15,712. The third round cutoff was of 28,430. This year we can at least expect the cutoff to go as high as 50,000. Okay, now moving on to the biotechnology. Biotechnology, the first round cutoff was of 16,827. The third round cutoff was of 26,988. And this year we can at least expect the cutoff to go as high as 37,000. Moving on to the civil branch. Civil branch, the first round cutoff was of 17,291. The second round cutoff or the third round cutoff of civil engineering was 30,423. And this year we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 50,000. Moving on to the last branch, which is medical electronics. Medical electronics, the first round cutoff was of 18,788. The third round cutoff was of 33,938. This year, we can at least expect the cutoff to go as high as 70,000 if there are any seats vacant. Now, moving on to the third college, which is BMS College of Engineering. In BMS College of Engineering, as we can see, the CSE cutoff of round 1, which was of 2323. The round 3 cutoff was of 3689. At least this year we can expect the cutoff going as high as 3700. Moving on to the next branch, which is CSE with data science. As you can see, the first round cutoff was of 2360. The third round cutoff was 3854. This round we can at least again expect the cutoff to go as high as 3700. Now moving on to the next branch, which is CSE IoT, Internet of Things with cybersecurity and blockchain. Okay, the first round cutoff for CSE IoT and cybersecurity was of 2526. The third round cutoff was of 4089. And this year we can at least expect the fourth round cutoff to be as high as 4020. Okay, in that range. Moving on to the last branches, which is CSE with business system, where we can see the cutoff to go as high as 2609 in the first round. Third round it went as high as 4349. This year we can expect the cutoff to close in the range of 4400. Okay, now moving on to the next branch, which is AI with data science. We can expect the cutoff of the first round. As you can see, it went as high as 2614. In the third round we can see the cutoff going as high as 4049. So this round we can at least expect the cutoff to be of 4300. Okay, now moving on to EC. EC, we can see the cutoff going in the first round as high as 3448. In the third round it was 5302. This year we can at least expect BMS in BMS College EC branch, we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 6800. We also missed AIML. AIML, the first round cutoff of this year was 2614. The second round cutoff was of around 4049. This year we can expect AIML cutoff to be at least as high as 4290 minimum. Okay, moving on to the other branches, which is mechanical, biotechnology and chemical. So let's start with mechanical. Mechanical, the first round cutoff was of 8486. The third round cutoff was of 13,510, and the expected cutoff of fourth round could be anywhere in the range of 25,000. Now moving on to biotechnology. Biotechnology, the first round cutoff was of 14,685. The third round cutoff was of 30,409. At least we can expect the cutoff to go at the very least in the fourth round up to 40,000, 41,000 in that range. Now moving on to chemical engineering, we can see the first round cutoff has gone as high as 15,697. The third round cutoff was of 31,147. This year we can expect chemical cutoff to go as high as 60,000. Now moving on to the fourth college, which is JSS Science and Technology in Mysore. They have only one branch, which is computer science engineering. The first round cutoff was of 2,993. The third round cutoff of this year was 4,752. This year we can at least expect the cutoff to go as high as 5,000. Now moving on to the fifth college, which is Dayanand Sagar College of Engineering. So as we can see, for computer science branch, the round 1 cutoff was of 3,609. The round 3 cutoff of computer science was 5,479. And this year we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 5,800. Now moving on to the next branches, which is computer science with data science. Round 1 the cutoff was of 3,754. Round 3 cutoff was of 5,740. In round 4 we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 6,500. Moving on to the third branch, which is CSE with cybersecurity, one of the most demanded branches and the one that has a lot of scope in the future. Okay, round 1 cutoff is of 4,229. Round 3 cutoff was of 6,442, and round 4 we can expect the cutoff to be anywhere in the range of 7,500. Moving on to the next branch, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning engineering, where we can see the round 1 cutoff that has been, it is 4,299, and the round 3 cutoff was 6,201. This round we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 6,900. Okay, now moving on to the next branch, which is computer science, IoT with cybersecurity and blockchain technology. Okay, so for this, the first round cutoff was of 4,535. The third round cutoff was of 6,664. This year we can expect the cutoff of this branch to go as high as 8,600. Moving on to the next branch, which is information science and engineering. The first round cutoff of 2025 was 5,084. In the third round, we can see the cutoff went as high as 7,373. This year, we can expect the round 4 cutoff to go as high as 8,400. Moving on to the next branch, which is computer science and design engineering. First round, the cutoff went as high as 5,232. The third round cutoff was 7,492. This round we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 9,400. Moving on to the next branch, which is electronics and communication engineering. So in that we can see the first round cutoff went as high as 6,712. The third round cutoff was 10,951. This year we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 16,000. Moving on to the next branch, which is EEE. EEE, we can see the first round cutoff going as high as 10,695. The third round cutoff was around 19,099. And this year, we can expect the fourth round cutoff to be somewhere in the figure of 45,000, 46,000. Moving on to electronics and telecommunication, so in which the first round cutoff was 10,958. The second round cutoff was of 17,797. This year we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 44,000. Okay, moving on to the other branches, which is robotics and AI. It's a mechanical branch. Let me make you aware of it. The first round cutoff went as high as 5,543. The third round cutoff went as high as 8,006. The expected cutoff of fourth round could be 11,000. And moving on to the next branch, which is aeronautical engineering. The first round cutoff for this branch went as high as 11,582. The third round cutoff was of 21,325. This year we can expect this branch to close in the range of 45,000 if there are any seats available. Okay, now moving on to the other branches, that is chemical engineering. In chemical engineering, we can see the first round cutoff going as high as 18,853. The third round cutoff went as high as 38,499. This year we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 80,000. Okay. Moving on to the next branch, which is mechanical engineering, in which we can see the cutoff going as high as 20,990. In the third round, we can see the cutoff going as high as 34,913. at least this year in the fourth round we can expect the cutoff to be in the range of 90,000. Okay, now moving on to biotechnology engineering. So in this particular branch, in the first round, we can see the cutoff has gone as high as 24,672, and in the third round, the cutoff has gone as high as 44,710, and in the fourth round, we can expect the cutoff to go as high as 45,000. Moving on to the next branches, which is civil and medical electronics, there isn't much demand and most of the seats are currently over. So we are just going to discuss what had happened in this particular year, how the seats got over. In civil engineering, we can see that in the first round, the cutoff went as high as 25,041, and in the third round, the cutoff had closed at 40,753. In medical electronics, we can see that the cutoff has gone as high as 28,658. In the third round, all the seats are over at 50,220. Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. If you're looking for any such guidance, or if you're looking for personalized counseling guidance, or if you have any doubts, kindly feel free to call us on the number given on the screen. My name is Nikhil. Thank you for watching. Kindly do subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends if you felt it was informative. Thank you.